Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, guys, let's get into this market analysis. It's right around 3:20 p.m., about 40 minutes till the markets close on this Friday, March 1st, first day of March. And again, if we're looking at the markets, you're seeing small gains being seen after that mega reversal yesterday. And again, the reversal yesterday just continues to kind of implement the idea that the markets are trying to find their equilibrium right now. I mean, you have the sequester that's taking effect. You have all of these key factors now involved. Whether it's poorer economic news on some fronts, then we have stronger economic news on home sales and consumer confidence fronts. And then you look at Europe, which is a mess, in Italy, although again, better than it was a year or so ago. So there's just a lot of kind of issues in the market. The market's trying to sift through them and decide, do we go higher to the 52-week all-time highs on the S&P and the Dow, or do we fall back lower here? Now, again, interesting to note here today, after the reversal, we saw a nice gap down. Now, just a couple days ago, I had bought SDS, which is 2 times short the SPY, at $47. And if we bring up that chart, you can see here's right around the buy level. So right around here, I bought it a little out of the money yesterday, and then that reversal played perfectly into what I was expecting, the gap up this morning, and I took some profits on that position. So the beauty of this is, and what I've learned in this market right now, when the market's kind of making a top, anytime you get pullbacks at the 52-week highs of a market, their buy the dip mentality is alive and well. So the markets pop right back up. So the idea here is what we want to do is we want to continue to make sure we sell the moves up and then also quickly cover those on every little dip. And then we can even go long on the market and play it up and down. And that's what you're seeing here, folks. So in the early morning session right here at $48.15, I sold some SDS from my buy at 47. And again, I gave it out to my members live inside the research center, inside the intraday stock chat. We all took care of that position and made some good money on it. But again, I think that's so imperative because as you can see, since then, SDS has basically come right back down almost to my original buy level. So again, very important to kind of remember that. When you're dealing with a market that's at 52-week highs, the dips will come, especially when you know cycle dates and the price pattern and time strategic methodology, which is, again, proprietary in nature. You'll get your dips based on the cycles, based on the key levels and everything like that, but you have to remember initially at the tops of markets, the buy the dip mentality will come in and push the market back up. So you can't stick around in those positions for very long. You want to just get out with a nice $1.15 gain in this case and just wait for the next push up and then short that again by buying the SDS. And that's what we're doing here at In The Money Stocks. Just in the last week, I've basically bought and sold the SDS a couple times as a swing trade, making money all the way around, which is a beautiful thing. All right, going back to the SPY right now, again, we're up about 47 cents. It's interesting here because if you look at the chart here, and this is a fantastic chart, if you connect the high pivot, this is the 52-week high on the spiders, to the high pivot from Monday, you got a little bit of a hit yesterday before we broke above it, but look at how that line is held today. So if you just draw that line straight down, the market's been hammering on that level for quite some time. Now, it's actually making a bullish consolidation pattern. This is known as bullish consolidation. You have a 3-bar surge up and then choppy inside bar consolidation. So that is actually slightly bullish, and that might tell us that we either have a push up into the end of the day or we have a push up on Monday, one or the other. And again, we'll watch to see how the market closes today in about 37 minutes, 37 minutes, into the end of the day. If we do break up, the easy resistance point is right here. I mean, the high from yesterday is the easy resistance. That's not the all-time, the 52-week high on the Dow, mind you. The 52-week high on the Dow is still over here. Check that over here. So this is the pivot double top right here, which was a beautiful high yesterday before the reversal came in. And then even if we get up through this level right here, you still have to deal with the 52-week highs on the S&P right there. All right. A couple other things to note here, folks, as the markets kind of flip-flop around into this Friday action. Beautiful gap down and reversal to the upside. We shorted the high right here on the S&P, and you got a nice little pullback there. Then we moved out, and again, it's chopped there ever since. But the trading is just fantastic. Swing trading is great, too, because if you zoom out on the charts, I mean, look at the volatility you've seen in the market here. I mean, this is just unbelievable volatility going back about 2 weeks to late February. Look at the down moves and the up moves. If you're a swing trader, this is your dream. This is your dream right now. And if you're not a swing trader, you're just getting whipped in and out or up and down, and you're kind of just sitting there with no gains and no losses, maybe because the markets haven't gone that far net. But again, there's so much money to be made on these dips and these moves up. Just like I'm playing SDS, I played it a couple weeks ago and held it, and we made a nice chunk of change there. Then I bought it again, and then sold it, and bought it again, sold it, and just playing it for constant money here. And again, I strongly encourage everyone to think about that swing trading because that's the real way to make big wealth. If you're a good swing trader and you know technicals and you know proprietary PPT methodology, you're literally banking so much money over the last few weeks that it's ridiculous. Just in January, for instance, I think we've had something like 15 swing trade winners and 3 losers. I think we had one flat out too. So one flat trade, 3 losers, and 15 winners. I mean, think about that. So you're basically talking about 18, 19 total trades, and you're talking 15 winners. I mean, the idea there is amazing in terms of percentages. And just think about being a member and just totally just following the trades we're giving you in the research center. I mean, you could just be banking a great amount of money. For the first 2 months of the year, the markets are up something like 5%. You should be up, even if you're buying small positions on these, you really could be up as much as 10% or more, doubling up what the market's done so far this year. It's great. It's great. All right, taking a look at a couple of the charts out there. JP Morgan Chase was up earlier, but has gotten a little bit weaker throughout the course of the day. Just up 6 cents now, so I mean it's barely holding to the upside. But the one stock I really want to bring to your attention is something that I keep on saying. Every video I do, folks, I say to you guys, Apple is weak today, the markets are up. That tells us it's going lower. And every single day, Apple goes lower. Apple was a great scalp today at the double bottom 435 level. We got a nice scalp bounce, but overall, it's going lower. When the markets just like today are up and Apple is down, you have to assume it's going lower, and that's exactly what it's doing today. Look at this, breaking down below the 52-week lows, heading for that 420 level, guys. And again, I am starting to salivate at the 420 level, I'll be honest with you. Very much so starting to salivate, and we'll go from there, all right? But nonetheless, just really getting very intriguing to me, very, very intriguing to me in terms of what Apple's doing lately as it continues to fall another $10 today. All right, and again, I will be giving out when I decide to go long Apple. Now, I don't know if it's going to be around the 420 level or the 400, 395 level or maybe even lower. I will put out a time-stamped call like I always do inside the research center and give you my exact entry, folks. Exact entry. Okay? So be ready. Let's rock and roll. Let's keep this party rocking. Profits galore. I don't care if we're going short or long. Some people out there, on CNBC, these analysts, they're only about going short or only about going long. I do both. I'll do them all. Because I think if you discriminate against one side, you miss the other side. All right, if the markets are hitting a cycle date where we're going to sell off, I'm going to go short. If we come down, we pull back to a major level of support, I'm going to go long. It doesn't matter to me. It's all about the charts. The charts, if read properly, will tell you everything you need to do and make tons of money for you. It's a beautiful thing, just like Apple. I mean, Nick and I both were telling people to get out of Apple and short Apple at 700, while the analysts were telling people to upgrade to 1,000, a 1,200 price target. That's such BS. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I use them as contrarian indicators. When these guys come out at the highs of a chart and upgrade it, it's a total top call. Total top call. And the funny thing about it is, on Amazon, that worked as well. Amazon, just a while ago, when it popped up here, there was an analyst that came out and upgraded, I think, like a 325 price target. And sure enough, it hasn't even been back there since. So, I mean, it just shows you how these analysts are so horrible. Horrible analysts. I'd say 9 out of 10 of them are horrible. Anytime you see an upgrade at a high of a stock, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to like a buy rating. I mean, if it's like upgrading to like a buy or strong buy Apple with $1,000 price target at 700. What are you doing? Where were you for the last 300, 400 points, Anyways, I digress. Let's get back to some charts here. JPM just up 5 cents. Goldman's up 80 cents. Chevron, Exxon both weaker today. The dollar is soaring today, guys. Coming off its highs, but still soaring. Interesting that you might actually have a topping tail here on the UUP, which could be of intrigue going into next week. But again, something we'll kind of analyze. Remember, I will be doing a video for the members in the Research Center this evening, and then I'm also going to be doing a live broadcast Sunday night. So if you want to join the Research Center, that's the time to do it, to get these broadcasts. We've been putting out literally 1 to 2 to 3 trade setups every single day on the Hot Charts and Alerts, which is part of the Research Center as well. I want to continue doing that because there's just so much money to be made lately. All right, so we'll continue to do that, keep you guys fully versed and profiting across the board. Any type of market. I don't care if the market goes to new all-time highs or drops 20%. There are going to be so many easy profits to be made as these price chart setups continue to form. All right, Let's go to the GLD chart to see what gold's doing today. Gold down about 50 cents, so a little bit of downside there. Very minor today after a drop yesterday. SLV up 5 cents, flat day there. USO today down 36 more cents. It is well off its lows, though. But again, look at this nice drop. Wow, we got very, very close to a nice little trigger price there. Not quite there yet, but you might have a short-term bottoming tail there on the USO. I still think I want to buy this gap fill, though. But nonetheless, we'll keep an eye on it. All right. Other than that, I think I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I'll do a weekend video free for you guys as well. But again, needless to say, I don't give out the trade alerts that I do in the research center videos and research center alerts. So I strongly encourage you just take the 7-day free trial. Get all the information. If it makes you money, you stay with us. If not, so be it. And again, obviously 9 out of 10 we make money for, so it's kind of a no-brainer. All right, have a great afternoon, great evening. Thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com.